Hi guys, welcome to Trendie Tech, the channel where we help you discover and enjoy the supernatural powers of tech. In this video, I am going to show you one of the most useful tools you will ever come across, and it's absolutely free. This tool has been one of my secret weapons for a while, helping me to create stunning professional designs in just a few clicks. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe and hit the bell because I've got a ton of resources like this I want to show you. Let's get started. What you are looking at here is just a few of the designs that I have made with this tool. You can create all sorts of wonderful designs with this tool, and I am going to show you how to use this tool, and we are going to build a few designs by the end of this video. So stay with me and let's go through it. Before you use this tool, you need to create an account. So go over to canva.com and let's create your account. Now you'll find a page that looks something like this. I want you to find the sign up button. It may be at a different position on your page, but just find it and then click on it. There are a few options to create an account, but I recommend using your Google account. So go ahead and click sign up with Google and then go through the setup. You may have to answer a few questions and do a little sign up, but that shouldn't take too much time. Note that Canva also offers Android and iOS apps, so you can easily create designs on your phone. But for now, let's do this on the web. In the course of setting up your account, if there's anything you need to skip, go ahead and skip. When you are done, I want you to click on the home button over here or on this icon so that it takes you to your home page and then we can get started. Once again, make sure you are on the home page by clicking on this home button or the icon over here. Your homepage might look a little different from what I have here, but don't get worried. Softwares are updated every now and then, so that will not be a big deal. It should still work the same anyway. To create a design with this tool, there are 3 steps involved. The first step is to choose a template. The second step is to customize the template. And the third and final step is to download your design. Let's see how this is done. Alright, so to choose a template, you want to come over to the search bar here. There should be a search bar somewhere on your home page if it's not right here. And then you can type in the template that you want to choose. So you can go like logo, alright? And then they will give you all the logo templates that they have, or you can search something like birthday, and they should give you suggestions of all the birthday templates that they have. Birthday, Facebook event cover, and all the examples here. You can choose any of them, an Instagram post, any of them, and then you just customize, right? So let's try logo, and let's go for this one and see what we get. Alright, so they'll take you to a page where you get all sorts of logo templates, very nice ones, and then you can choose the one that suits whatever you want to do the best. Let's go through these ones and see which one we are going to use. Alright, I am going to choose this one because it's simple and it's nice. I like very simple designs. Alright, so let's choose it and see what happens. Okay, so this is where all the magic happens. Over here, we have 2 main bars that we'll be working with. Let me click on this element and show you the bars that I'm talking about. We have the bar at the top here, this bar here, and we have the bar on the far left over here. You'll see what these bars are used for shortly. Now, to look at what these bars are used for, let me click on this text over here. Depending on what element you have clicked at a time, you have a different bar up here. So as you can see, when I click on this element, we have these options. When I click on a text, we have these options. When I click on a background, there are different options. Let's go ahead and click on a text and see how we use this bar to customize our design. The first thing we have here is the font family or the font style. You can click it and you can check out all the awesome styles they have here. You can choose any of them. Sometimes it takes a few seconds to load depending on your network. The next one we have is the font size. You can click here and then change the font size to whatever you wish. The next thing we have here is the text color. So you can click here and choose whatever color you'd like to use. If any of these colors don't match what you like, you can click here and you can mess around with the bar over here and choose the color that you prefer. The next one is the bold. You can bold in the text, and you have the italics, all right? You have underline, and then the text alignment. So you can align it to the left, justified, to the right, and center. Next is the uppercase, lowercase button over here. So you can click it to convert the text to uppercase or lowercase. And this one is the bullets. You can click to convert it to a bullet. And this one is the text spacing. So you can mess around with these ones to adjust the text spacing. And over here you have two very important options. This one is to convert the text to a link. If you want to convert this text to a link, first you select it as we've done, and then you type in the link you want it to take whoever clicks it. Now, remember that the link must always look like this. It should start with https colon / followed by whatever website you want to go to. So www.whatever.com. All right. Don't forget the https and the colon and / And you have over here, this padlock is for locking the element such that you don't mistakenly change the element. You have this position element. This is for positioning an element either in front of or behind another element. So if I put this element behind this one, we can easily bring it on top of this element by clicking on the position and bringing it for it. So as you can see, it's now in front of that element. All right. I can press Ctrl + Z to undo, Ctrl + Z to undo again. If you want to redo, that will be Ctrl + Shift + Z. On Mac, that will be Command + Z or Command + Shift + Z. On the right side of the bar here, we've already talked about the position. This you wouldn't be using very often, and you can experiment with these ones and see what they do. This is for changing the transparency of the element, and this is for duplicating, and of course, this one is for deleting. Now let's look at what we have on the far left over here. This is where we choose the elements or the components that we want to see in our design. So if you want to add photos to your design, you just click this button and then you can search whatever photo that you want here. So you can search something like animals and you should get samples of animal photos. And these are all free stock photos. That means that you are free to use them anywhere without being troubled for it. And over here, you can choose all sorts of elements. So you have samples over here. All right. And you can easily search for your own element. You can search something like square and you should get all sorts of squares. And here you can choose your text. You can choose any fancy text that you want. You can add a heading over here, or you can add a subheading or a text body. Here you have all the videos that you need if you are creating an animation or a video. And yes, you can actually use this tool to create a video or an animation or a presentation. There's so much you can do with this. And if all these things still don't satisfy your design, you can go over here and upload your own materials, either images or videos. Finally, this template icon over here, this is where you choose the template. So if you want to change the template you have here, you can choose from here. And then as you can see, they've been grouped into categories. If you want to expand on this category, you just click the See All button and you should have more options to choose from. Now that we've seen how these two work, let's go ahead and modify our design here a little bit. All right, first I want to increase the letter spacing in this text over here. I think I messed with it. Sorry, that's here. Okay, oh no, that's too much. Okay, this works. All right, so let's say we are creating a logo for a flower stand, for example. The first thing I would like to do is to replace this element here with a flower. I mean, we are creating a flower stand logo. So let's go to the elements and search for flower. And we have all these beautiful samples over here that we can choose from. I want something pinkish. All right, so I chose this flower over here. You can choose any flower you wish. And let's reduce the size a little. And we can even rotate it like this. I think that is fine. And then we can move it over here. And as you can see, when you try to move an element, the software helps you in positioning the element, in centering or positioning it wherever you want to. Especially if you want to center the element, the software really helps. Okay, so I can bring it down a bit like this. And let's change the color of this text to something pinkish to match the flower. So click here and let's choose this pink. All right. Now let's change the background of the text over here to once again match the flower. But let's choose a darker one to match this part of the flower. I think this is fine. I think our design is looking sweet. Alright, so you can mess around with this and create all sorts of design. For now, I just want to show you how it works, but I think we've created something quite nice over here. Once you are done customizing your design, the next thing, of course, is to download your design. To download your design, click on this button. As you can see, there are a number of options that you have. You can either share it through a link, you can post it directly to Facebook, to Twitter, and you can simply just download the element. You have a number of options here, the size, but I usually don't like messing with the size because they usually give you the perfect size for whatever kind of design you are trying to create. All right. And to get a transparent background, you need to pay. That's what this icon stands for. You can then go ahead and click on the download button, and that should download your design for you. Now that we know how to use this tool, let's try and see if you can create other designs as well. As you can see from here, the changes you make are automatically saved, so you don't need to press any button to save or anything. Now let's go back to the home page and see what other designs that we can make. We can easily close this one without any trouble because our design has been saved. To see all your designs, you come back to the home page. On the home page, you can refresh the page to load your designs. So if you scroll down here, you can see your designs over here. Now this is the design that we made. This is the template that we made the design from. You can also click here to look at your designs. Let's try another design. You can use this button, or you can just, if you want inspiration, you can just click on the create a design and you can scroll down here, see the kind of designs you can create. There are flyers over here, presentations, video, Facebook posts, Instagram posts, and all sorts of even infographics. Very wonderful infographics. Let's check some of them out. As you can see from here, you can select any of these and then customize them. I hope you remember this design. I used it in one of my designs, the designs I showed you before we started this video. All right, let's go back. Let's try and see if we can design a simple thumbnail. Let's choose YouTube thumbnail. Wow. So you have all these beautiful templates ready for you to just modify and use. As simple as that, right? So I can choose this one. Now, if I don't like this guy on the background, I can easily delete him. Go to the Photos tab, all right, and choose an image from here and fit it there. Nice and beautiful without any trouble at all. And I can easily replace this text with something like Amy's Organic Kitchen. Now, as you can see, the text is too large and it's all over the place. So what I can do is to reduce the size of the text to about 64, and then I can raise this one. So as you can see, the pinkish lines are trying to help me to align the element over here. So now there's a pink line in the center which shows that my element is now centered. So I can release it over here and I can replace this text too. So I can replace it with something like if I want to change the size of the text a little bit, I can also do that. Maybe reduce it a bit so that it all fits in one line, and maybe change the color to any color at all. And as you can see, the thing is not centered anymore. So I can highlight it, raise it once again. Oops, I'm raising the whole thing. Control Z to undo. I should highlight only this one, raise it, and once again it is centered. Beautiful. So look at that. In just a few minutes, we've created a whole YouTube thumbnail, and this is a very beautiful thumbnail. This would drive a lot of traffic to your YouTube channel. Now you should also know that you can create multiple designs in the same project. So if I want to create another design right here, I can click here, and then the design I have here, I'll get the same background. If I don't want this background, I can delete it and I can create another design. But if I want the same design as this one down here so that I can modify it just a little bit, I can click on the button over here and that should copy that page downward. So I have two pages that look the same, and then I can modify this one however I would like to. Well, we didn't do a very good job with creating the YouTube thumbnail. I don't know why our YouTube thumbnail says Amy's Organic Kitchen as if it's a logo. So let's change this to something like how. Right. So this one sounds more like a YouTube thumbnail. All right, let's reduce the size a bit, 56, and once again center the elements. Beautiful. So yes, you can create a whole lot of designs with this. So try your hands on some of these and let's see what you can come up with. Now that you've discovered this tool and you know how to use it, I'd really love to hear what you are going to use this tool for. Are you mostly going to be using it for YouTube thumbnails? Are you going to be using it for logos? What are you going to be using it for? Let me hear you in the comment box. And of course, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. There's more to come. I will see you in my next video.